The Combine tool is used to take multiple objects and combine them into one. To use this tool, simply hold down your Shift key, select all the objects in your scene that you wish to combine, and then press the Combine button. All selected objects are now as one. The Separate tool is used to take multiple parts of a single object and then break them off into their own individual objects. This works as the opposite of the Combine tool. To use this tool, select the object or parts of an object that you wish to separate, and then press Separate. The selected parts are now their own distinct objects. The Smooth tool is used to divide the existing geometry of a model while averaging out the surface of the model, thereby smoothing its surface. To use this tool, first select the object or portion of an object that you wish to smooth. Then press Smooth. You will be presented with a pop-up window allowing you to select how many geometry divisions you wish to apply. For this model, one division will be enough. Press W to finalize the smoothing operation. The Boolean tool is a complicated tool used to manipulate various intersecting pieces of geometry in different ways. To do this, the Boolean tool provides you with three different functions, or operations. The first is the union operation. Hold Shift, select the cube, and then the cylinder. Then press Boolean. Union will automatically manipulate the geometry of the two intersecting objects to merge them into one. The second is the difference operation. Different will use the intersecting geometry of one object to subtract or cut out its own shape from another object. The third is the intersection operation. Intersection will look at which parts of the selected geometry are overlapping and remove everything else, leaving only the parts which were intersecting with one another. It is important to note that when using the difference operation, the order in which you select objects is important. In this example, the cylinder is selected first, thereby using the cube to cut the cylinder in half, instead of the other way around. The Extrude tool is used to expand new geometry outward from the selected part of an object and manipulate those new extrusions. To use this tool, first select the face of an object that you wish to extrude, then press Extrude. You will then be presented with a pop-up window filled with options to manipulate your new extrusion. The first option affects the thickness of the new extrusion. I'll set this to 5. The second affects the position of the part of the mesh you initially selected. I'll leave it at 0. The third affects the size of that initial selection. I'll set this to -0.5 to enlarge the selection. The fourth affects how many new divisions will be created along the extrusion's length. I'll set this to 5. Keep faces together comes into play when extruding multiple parts at once. For now, let's finalize our extrusion by clicking anywhere within the viewport. Since we created 5 divisions, we now have multiple new faces along the side of our extrusion. Let's select the 5 faces along the right side of the extrusion, then press Extrude. First, set the thickness to 2. Next, set offset to 0.3. Now, click the word On next to Keep Faces Together to set it to Off. With Keep Faces Together turned off, each face that we previously extruded is now affected by the offset separately. The Bevel tool is used to flatten out or smooth the edges of an object. To use this tool, select the edges you wish to bevel and then press Bevel. You will then be presented with a pop-up window with various options to change the properties of the bevel. The first option is fraction, which determines the size of the bevel. I'll set this to 0.3. The second option is segments. This determines how many segments to create for the bevel. I'll set this to 3. The third option is depth. This determines how far in or out the bevel will be created. I'll leave this set to 1. The sixth option, chamfer, determines whether depth will be in effect. I'll leave this set to on. Press W to finalize the bevel. The bridge tool is used to create new geometry between selected edges, bridging them together. To use this tool, select the 2 edges you wish to bridge, and then press Bridge. You'll be presented with a pop-up menu filled with multiple options to change the properties of the bridging geometry. For this, I'll set divisions to 20. Press W to finalize the bridge. The Add Divisions tool is used to add divisions to the geometry of a mesh. This works like the Smooth tool, but without changing the overall shape of the model. To use this tool, select the object you wish to add divisions to, and then press Add Divisions. You'll be presented with a pop-up menu allowing you to set how many divisions to add. I'll set this to 3. Press W to finalize the Add Divisions operation. The Multi-Cut tool is used to freehand cut new edges into a model. To use this tool, select the object you wish to cut into, and then press Multi-Cut. To begin your first cut, click on the far vertex in this corner, and then click on a diagonally adjacent corner. Then press Enter to finalize your cut. Repeat this action 2 more times on the 2 adjacent sides for a total of 3 cuts. Then, while holding Shift, click the edge on the top to begin a new cut from the direct center of your first cut. Holding Shift will ensure that your cut begins from the direct center of the edge. While continuing to hold Shift, continue your cut around the perimeter of the cube, coming back to your original starting point of your cut to close it out. Repeat this process 2 more times around both sides of your middle cut. Once you've completed cutting, press Enter to finalize any open cuts, and then click Multi-Cut again to finalize your multi-cut operation. The Target Weld tool is used to take one vertex, then move and connect it to another, thereby welding the 2 together. To use this tool, select the object you wish to modify, and then press Target Weld. Click and hold on a vertex, and then drag down to the vertex you wish to weld to. In this case, I'm going to weld to the vertex directly below my selected vertex. Release your mouse button to then weld the vertex to the other. Repeat this process for all the vertices around the object until the 2 separate pieces are connected. Press W to finalize your target weld operation. The Connect tool is used to create new connected edges between selected edges. To use this tool, select the edges you wish to create a new edge loop between, and then press the Connect button. Next, click and hold your middle mouse button anywhere within your viewport. Dragging your mouse left or right will allow you to set how many connections you wish to create. I'll set mine to 5. Press W to finalize your Connect operation.